I tell you what. Raw tonight. Yeah, I'm not going to say it was a terrible show. I'm not. But you know what? Not the greatest. Not the greatest show in the world. But anytime you see Omos on TV, Omos back on Monday Night Raw, you're going to hear me say it's not the greatest show in the world, okay? When you hear MVP introduce Omos to face Elias, you're going to hear me say that. All right, wrestling fans. Oh boy, was I wanting to reach? If I wasn't coming on here to give this review to you tonight, I would have reached over and changed the channel during that segment of Monday Night Raw. Okay, that is a television bomber. I mean, hit it. Oh my gosh. Boy, was I wishing Monday Night Football was on, but it's playoffs, okay? And go Chiefs. Go Chiefs this coming weekend. Definitely. All right, but look, Omos on TV tonight. Get off my TV. That's the first thing I said as soon as I heard his music come out. Listen, Omos, the Hurt Business, we're going to dive into that tonight. Omos, Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin. WWE going about this the wrong way, okay? Absolutely. Now I'm all for Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin, getting back on TV, getting a push, but the way they're doing it, I'm telling you, is just wrong. Okay, I mean, just wrong. They're making them look like crap. And we're going to dive into that in just a little bit. Guys, outside of that, WWE, I'm going to tell you, it wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me if they took the tag team titles off of the Usos, and I've said it once, I'll say it again, of the Usos, and put them on the Judgment Day at Raw 30 next week. I want y'all to think of something. I really want you to think of something. WrestleMania 30, New Orleans, Louisiana. I was there. And I am not saying that the bloodline is anywhere near the Streak's caliber. Okay, the Undertaker Streak's caliber. Because it's not. Nowhere near will ever be the Streak's caliber. I don't care what anybody says. It will not be what the bloodline has done. What Roman Reigns has done. It will not be what The Undertaker did with the Streak. But WWE wants to make Raw 30 special. They want to do something big with Raw 30. I don't know. Why don't we take the tag team titles off the Usos? Take the Raw tag team titles off the Usos. Make it a big splash, shall we? I mean, they did break the streak at WrestleMania 30, making that special for not only, to me, it made it special, make it must-see for the WWE Network, make it must-see for that event. Also to help Brock Lesnar a little bit as well. But wrestling fans, why not? Makes sense to me. Maybe I'm stretching a little bit here, but I just think about that for a little bit and see if that makes sense. Now, personally, I would have taken that tag team match and put it on the Royal Rumble card to stack that show up a little bit more. Okay? They didn't go with that. And personally, I would have used Finn Balor, not Dominic Mysterio, in the tag team matchup next week. But putting Dominic Mysterio in that match almost guarantees that Rhea Ripley, or Mommy, is going to interfere in the tag team matchup. You can pretty much stamp that happening. Okay? But you know, wrestling fans, overall, Monday Night Raw, it was just, just. You know, that six-pack challenge, you know, we're seeing Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory next week again. Omos and MVP helped Bobby Lashley win. But look, do I think Austin Theory is going to lose next week? No. I don't think he's going to lose. What I do think, though, is Bobby Lashley is going to eventually turn into this monster heel, and we possibly could see, even though it's kind of disgusting, and anybody who stops and thinks about this, really, you know, you can't repeat something that when they actually did it the first time and it was thriving. You can't replicate that. And look, them redoing the Hurt Business and them putting Omos, Bobby Lashley, MVP, Shelton Benjamin, and Cedric Alexander in it, if that's the route they're going, because that's clearly kind of the way they were pushing around right now. Can you imagine that? Yeah, it sounds dominant and awesome and stuff like that, but give me a break. Give me a break. I don't want to see that on my TV. I don't. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below about that. Whatever. Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair, they're on a collision course for the Raw Women's Championship. And listen, Bianca Belair got planted right in the middle of the audience with a DDT. We saw Uncle Howdy again, an image of Uncle Howdy. There's somebody playing him. That wasn't Uncle Howdy, but there was somebody playing him standing in the hallway. And listen, Alexa Bliss, if she wins the title when this match takes place, I am not going to be against it. I'm not. I've said that before, and I'm going to say it again, and I know that's an unpopular thing to say. I don't care. Look, I'm going to sit here and say that building up her character is much more important than her holding the strap. But, you know, this Bianca Belair title run is running thin with me, because she has held the gold long enough in my eyes. You know, she just has. One thing I am interested in seeing even though we have seen it time and time and time again, is a steel cage match next week between Becky Lynch and Bayley, in which Becky Lynch, I'm sure, is going to pull out the victory over Bayley, because heels are designed to lose steel cage matches. I mean, they are. They're designed to lose steel cage matches. 90-something% of the time, and you can go back in history and watch those. They usually do. But it will end up being a good match. We all know that, and that's why I am interested in seeing that match next week. We're going to see a bunch of legends return next week. Undertaker, Ric Flair, some others. They announced them tonight. Quite frankly, I wish they wouldn't announce all the legends that were going to be there, because it's called the element of surprise. Let us be surprised. Speaking of surprise, WWE announced that Cody Rhodes was going to return at the Royal Rumble tonight. Now, wrestling fans, I'm here to tell you that we all pretty much knew that this was going to happen. We knew it. Could tell by the way they were building up to it. With all the vignettes, with all the video packages about his return, about his health, about all the stuff. We knew that he was going to return at the Royal Rumble. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Okay? But why did they have to? For me, it would have been better. It would have made a better moment if they would have taken the return part and tossed it. I mean, just tossed it. Giving us that return, giving us that surprise at the Royal Rumble would have made it better. That is one of the things that makes the Royal Rumble special. Makes the Royal Rumble interesting. The surprise. The countdown, and to see who's going to come out. Not knowing everybody that's going to be in the Royal Rumble matchup. That is the one thing in the past that has always made it the most interesting. Who's going to return? Who's going to debut? Which legend is going to be in the Royal Rumble for that one special appearance? Why do you have to tell us they are coming back for it? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand why they had to do that. Now, I'm happy he is. But still, that's just me, wrestling fans. I'm sure some of you think differently about that. I'm sure some of you do. I tend to lean towards the element of surprise a little bit. All right. I've always liked that aspect of the Royal Rumble matchup. That's one of the things that makes the Royal Rumble good and interesting. But wrestling fans, other than that, what happened on Raw tonight, they had some filler. It was based off of a lot of what I just laid out. A lot. And this whole Hurt business that I'm going to go back to is, they had Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin come out. And with them trying to build this up, they have Omos win, and they have Bobby Lashley win. But they have Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin lose. Does this make any sense at all? Any sense at all? If you're trying to put together this faction again, all 4 of them should be winning. Winning. Make them a dominant group. Now, next week I hope Austin Theory wins. Austin Theory wins. He does not need to drop that title to Bobby Lashley. No, he does not. And I'm going to tell you one thing. With some of the creative, some of the booking, some of the things that we saw tonight, it definitely seems like Vincent Kelly McMahon had a say in some of the booking and some of the creative that went on Monday Night Raw. I'm getting out of here. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel today. Hit that bell button. If you're one of the 443 subscribers on the channel right now, thank you very much. And if you're not, make sure you do all that stuff I just mentioned and go back and check out anything you have missed on the channel. I go in depth. I talk about Gunther and where I think he should go at WrestleMania. I go in depth about the tag team matchup between the Usos and the Judgment Day and just who I think should win and why in earlier videos. Go back and check those out. Plus all the Backyard Beatdown content and everything else that's on the channel right now. Go and check it out right now. A lot of great content on there. But until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.